Hold on, I just need to reply. 11 Snapchat notifications. That is too much. It's Bacon Books. Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. My name is Silke and today I will be doing Bacon Books. It's been a while since I've done this and I do have like a list of topics that I wanted to do, but today I've actually decided that I'm the topic, so no. But I realized that I haven't really made like a video talking about who I am. Like maybe I did some like years ago, and then from time to time I talk about like what I do, and like I think most of you know that I'm a graphic designer, but today I am doing like full on who is Silke, so that all of you know who the person behind the camera and the person behind the screen is. And I thought that that would be a fun topic. And then of course leave suggestions to future topics down below. I will close the window now. The weather is very strange in Denmark because it's like hot but it's cold. Like it's moist, and I hate that word. Anyways, today we will be baking first, and then I will be talking about myself. I will also be showing you my apartment at some point during this video, because I haven't done that yet, so yay. Alright, so today I am making 2 cakes, because my indecisive mind decided that that was a good idea, despite being really busy today. Anyways, I made like a lemon cake, and I made a coffee cake, and there's something special about the coffee cake, but I'll get to it when I'm trying it. So I think without further ado, let's just go ahead and make the cakes. Alright, so we're baking cakes. I decided to do 2 different cakes, and as I've probably already mentioned, it was a lemon cake and a coffee cake, which is great. Don't ask me why I've decided to do 2 cakes at once. I choose my own pain. Also, I didn't realize that the camera was tilting until watching this video back, so it is what it is and we're gonna have to accept this. Oh, and notice how I completely fuck up, like in a second. I accidentally turn on the little mixing machine thing whilst it's not in the bowl, and I had to clean up, and my shirt is a mess, and it is what it is. Also, if I am dancing throughout this video, it's because I'm listening to party music, getting turned and getting ready for going out later today, which I am super, super hyped for. But back to the cakes. We're almost at like the end stages, so having to put in the flour and obviously the lemons for the lemon cake, and obviously the coffee for the coffee cake. And then putting them into their respective forms. And in the oven they go. Alrighty, we are back with the cakes. The lemon one kind of fell apart when I took it out, like when I took a piece out, so that's not a good sign. But the coffee cake looks great, and I'll tell you why there's stuff on it. I think I will start off by talking, and then I'll taste. Today's theme is me. Let me talk a little bit about myself and what I am up to and how my life is going currently. And yeah, for people who don't know, my name is Silke. I am 24 and I live in Denmark. I live in this little city called Randers, and I show you here on the map where that is. Denmark is a very small country, and sometimes you can definitely feel it, especially when you live in a city like Randers, because, well, Randers is technically one of the bigger cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th biggest city in Denmark. When walking around in the city or when meeting new people, it's insane because everybody knows somebody. Like, I've met people that like I thought I had no connections with whatsoever, but then it turns out that it was a man in this case, obviously, that his childhood best friend was the older brother to my childhood best friend, which I thought was insane. But yeah, that's just kind of like how living in a small city like this feels, and it's so great, and I freaking love it. Randers is just, I love it. Like, one day I'll take you like on a tour when the weather is nice and when I have the time to like properly film like walking around. Maybe I'll do it. We have a upcoming like festive like week thing. It's called Randersugen, which is like Randers Week, and that's just a week where there's a lot of stuff going on in the city, and it's really great. It's lovely. I love it. So maybe I'll take you on a tour of that. We were actually talking about me. So I've lived here in Randers my entire life. I lived, well, mostly with my parents, obviously, and my brother, who is 6 years younger than me. He was actually in my vlog video. It was the guy who sat or danced on the table when we were doing Bet on It. That is my brother. I'm so proud of him. No, but I am. So yeah, I went to like an elementary school. Can you call it an in Denmark it's called folkeskole. Folkeskole. Why did I say it like that? It's called folkeskole. And that is basically where you go from the age of 5 to 15 ish. It can also be 6 and 16, depends on when during the year your birthday is, but that is like, you know, that was also in Randers, and that was like this, in my opinion, fantastic school where creativity was like a main focus for the school. So we had like, for example, in the older years, like when I was in 9th grade, that is what it's called, we had like every single Friday was 45 minutes of English class, and the rest of the day, which was approximately 3.5 hours ish, was music. For my case, some people had art, some people had design, and some people had drama, so, or theater, whatever you would call it, and that was just absolutely phenomenal. I freaking loved every minute of it. And I love that school so much. After that, what did I do after that? After that, I went to another school that is called Gymnasium, and I went to do the IB, which is an international line of school, I think. So maybe you've heard of it. If not, don't bother. It sucks. No, I kind of regret doing it because it was difficult, and I probably should have done something else because it was a little bit too difficult for me. I'm looking back at it, I realize that, but it is what it is. I did that for 3 years, and that was in a city called Grenaa. It was like an hour and 30 minutes away when I took the bus, and that was what I did every single day for 3 years. After that, I had a year of not really knowing what the fuck to do, and that was when I moved to London and stayed there for a while, which I loved, but I quickly realized that London really wasn't for me, and then I decided to go back. That was when I decided that I wanted to study graphic design, but because of the time that I went back, I just had to submit like my application, and then things would just, I had to wait. So I ended up working in retail, which was fun as hell. I have so many fun stories from that time, but I mean, it's retail. But then I started studying graphic design, and that is where I am. Well, not where I am because I'm done with that, but that is what led me to become a graphic designer, starting my own small business, and having so many opinions on book covers. That is why. It is an occupational hazard, and especially when it comes to the fonts, because I am picky with my fonts. And you know that if you've seen my UK versus US or stuff where I talk about covers mostly, which there's another one of those coming soon. Alrighty, after doing graphic design school and graduating from that, I went to work for a brand called Bane, and I stayed there for a year, a little over a year actually. And then they shut down the department that I was in, unfortunately. And then I had a period of time where I didn't have a job, which was, looking back at it now, was actually a really good time. Not to be like, but I had so much time on my hands, and I wasn't as stressed about minor things as I am currently, which sucks, but I'm working on it. And then I started working at this real estate company as a graphic designer, and that is fun. I like it, but I'm also excited to move on to new and greater things, which will be the next topic that we're talking about. But I want to taste one of the cakes. So the coffee cake, let me do that first. I'm doing this one with the yellow stuff on it, because the point of a coffee cake is actually to put stuff on it like a loaf of bread, which I haven't always been a fan of putting stuff on cake like this, but I've grown to love it over the years, so yay. The yellow stuff is orange jam. Oh my god. Alrighty, let me tell you a little bit what my future holds, because I just got accepted to teacher school, so from next month I will start studying to become a teacher, and the subjects that I want to focus on are Danish, English, and art, if that is a possibility. I've also thought of doing history, but that depends on like if I can do 4 subjects. I don't even know if I can do 3, but if I can do 4, then I might consider doing history as well. We'll see. But I am just beyond happy that this is like the way that my life is going now, because I was so stressed out about sitting and waiting for the reply from the school and see if I got accepted or not. And I did, and I was just so happy. So I went out yesterday to celebrate with my best friend, Annemette. The thing about Annemette and me, which is funny, let me tell you about my best friend, because she's also a part of me. The thing about Annemette is that when you see us walking together, you're like, something's wrong. Something is off, because we don't look like we would be friends at all. I'm very, let's say, bright and colorful. I do the most when going out, which is fun, and I like it. You should see my outfit that I'm planning on, because I'm going out today. You should see the outfit that I have planned for today. It is the absolute most, and that is what I'm going for. I think I might wear my gold cowboy boots today. Who knows? That is my vibe. And Annemette, however, first of all, she's way taller than me. She always wears heels as well, because that is her vibe. And then she's very, I don't want to say strict in her clothing, but it's very black and white, and she is studying to become an accountant, and you can see that on her because it's a lot of shirts and trousers, like suit kind of trousers, or a suit in general. But she always looks phenomenal, but we don't look like we would be best friends. And when you look at like what we do for work and what we vote for and stuff, people would be like, why are you even friends? You have nothing in common. But we have like all of the important stuff in common, and I feel like that is like it. Because like she gives great advice, which I need a lot of the time. And also all of the stuff that we do together, like both of us really like going out to get drinks. Not necessarily going out, but having just a day like we did yesterday, for example, where we just went out, had a couple of drinks, sat and talked about everything. We also both like playing Sims, watching movies together and chilling, and just having like a day in doing absolutely nothing. And then we cook together sometimes. And like, it's just all of those cozy things, and the fact like that she is so easy to talk to, and that she understands my situation despite us being very different. That is why she makes such a perfect best friend. Same goes for Daniel, actually. He is also my best friend. Like, a lot of people think that we're dating, which we are not. And we will not be. Every single one of my friends are like, why aren't you guys dating? And also my parents, which it is what it is. But because we do so many things together, and we go do, like, he was supposed to go with me. I think he was sick or something, but he was supposed to go with me and see like an outdoor ballet thing. I ended up going with another friend of mine instead, but he was supposed to go and do that with me, despite him not ever having seen a ballet, and he didn't really know if that was something he would be interested in. He also took me to like a poetry thing, because that is something he is interested in, and he wanted to show it to me. So a thing that I really like about Daniel is that we're both really open about going to see different types of things, you know, that we're not really sure if that's for us or not. So that is also a beautiful part of a friendship. He's like a brother to me, which, great brother. Speaking of brother, I do of course also have my brother Hjalte, who is 6 years younger than me. Then I said that already. People, when they see us together, people think that he is like 2 years younger than me, because of the way we act, mostly because of the way he acts, and because of the way he looks. He doesn't look that young. Well, he doesn't, in my opinion. So when people figure out that he is 6 years younger than me, and look at our relationship and how we work together, they're like, how do you do it? But to me, like, having a great friendship or relationship or something, it doesn't really have anything to do with age. Because in my family, we have my oldest cousin, she is turning 28. And then we have my brother, who is the youngest of the cousin group. He is turning 18. So there's a 10-year gap between those two. You can't feel it. All of us feel like we're around the same age. And that is why I'm also super close with all of my family, which I appreciate so much. At some point, I'll try it and show you, like, a vlog of like a family party, because that is next level shit. So that is me. That is what is going on in my life. That is like an introduction to my best friends and to my brother. My parents are amazing. I couldn't have asked for better parents, honestly. So in that aspect, like, of friends, family and stuff, I feel like I'm winning at life. In other aspects of life, I don't feel like I'm winning. I also have Caitlin. Caitlin is obviously also one of my best friends ever. She lives on the other side of the world, so we don't see each other that often, but she is always there, always ready to help, and we have just the best relationship. Like, when we met last year, it was just phenomenal. Our trip, it was insane. It was just the best time ever. And now I think it's time for some cake. So let's try the lemon cake. As I suspected, it's a little bit dry. So next time I'll give it like 40 minutes instead of 45 as it said in the recipe. But it is what it is. It still tastes good. It's just a little dry. Now let me show you my apartment. Alright, so this is my kitchen and dining area. I don't have the most space, but I do the best with it. So I have this table from IKEA that can like fold completely together, but I live. And then my tiny kitchen. Next up, you can see my dressing area, kind of, and my bathroom, which is tiny, but I love it, and it's all good. And I got this thing to hang on the door to put my laundry in, so that's great. And this is where I get ready every single morning, and behind the curtain we have boxes of clothing, and that is where I keep all of it. Then we get on to the favorite part, like my favorite part of the entire apartment, and that is obviously my living area, as well as my bedroom. And you can see I prioritized my books very, very, very highly. The couch is actually also my bed. It is a, I don't even know what that would be called in English, but you can unfold it and then it's a bed. And then shelves with books on it. It is what it is. Alrighty, next cake. This is once again the coffee cake, but with strawberry jam on it. I don't actually like strawberry jam. I thought I was buying raspberry, but apparently not. I mean, I still know that the cake is great. Obviously, that was also great. I think I said that I don't like strawberry jam. That's a lie. I would prefer any other type of jam. Strawberry is the last one that I would pick, but I don't mind it. I think that was all I kind of have to say about myself. Maybe I should do like some random facts. My favorite color is green. I look best in blue, like royal blue. Is that a thing? I think that is a color. I don't know. Blue or red, that is the colors that I look best in my opinion, and in most other people's opinions. I am currently doing a diet thing that's called 5-2. So 2 times a week I am fasting and only allowed to eat 500 calories, which people think is insane, but it's working for me, so yay. I also play Just Dance as like a fitness thing, which I like. I'm getting better and going back into like reading more, so that is great. Hopefully I'll actually have stuff to talk about in my wrap up. What else? I love baking, which is obviously why I do baking books. I hate cooking, which people find confusing, but it's not the same thing, and cooking is not fun. I don't like it. So my favorite cake would be, I make this rhubarb muffin thing. I think that would be my favorite. Or anything with apple and cinnamon. I'm sold. My favorite spice, cinnamon. My favorite fruit, pear. But it has to be a specific type of pear. If it's not that specific type of pear, then it's blueberries. Favorite books I'm not going to talk about because I don't even know, but current favorite is City of Nightmares. My favorite song, I think I'm actually doing a video soon where I'm doing like recommendations based on my current favorite songs, so hopefully that will be fun, and then you can like hear some of the songs that I'm currently listening to, so that will be nice. What else do we have to say about me? I have been doing this for a couple of years now, I think 2 years maybe, I don't know. And I really enjoyed it so far. And up until last year, I feel like I've been very strict with every single, like, doing my schedule and everything. But then last year happened and everything kind of rumbled. And now I feel like everything is going back into place. And I am trying to find myself. And it's actually going really well, in my opinion. I'm enjoying my single life very much. And I'm having so much fun, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for me. So I think that was all for this little video, and hopefully you didn't find the topic of me too boring and me talking about my life, my friends, and everything. I hope that that was fine or good for you for this episode, so I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment down below telling me some subjects you would like me to touch upon in future Bacon Books. I am hoping that this will go back to being like a regular monthly thing because I really like doing it, and obviously also an excuse for eating cake once a month. If you just want to let me know that you're here but don't know what to comment, you can always leave a green heart. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It will mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!